Hi, this is Laura from LiveVisions.com, and I just wanted to go over, I had a few questions as far as what did the Venus, Mars, and the 7th house of relationships reading entail? Well, it basically talks about, you know, your 7th house. Your 7th house is the type of marital partners you would draw into your life. And your 5th house is the type of partners that you would bring in for dating, okay? So it's a little different. Now, Venus in a chart shows you, for a woman, how she flirts, okay? Venus for a man in his chart is going to show you the type of partners he would draw into his life. Now, Mars shows you in a woman's chart the type of partners she will draw into her life, or she'd be attracted to, shall I put it that way. And Mars in a man's chart shows you his libido, his energy as a person. Now, what a lot of people may like about this is some people may say, well, you know, I'm dating this guy or girl, and I'm not sure what they're really interested in, if they're really into me. And this, I'm telling you, a chart doesn't lie. So if you have their birth information, you know, I could easily tell by the 7th house what type of marital partners this person would draw into their life, what type, where their Venus is, where their Mars is, would give you an indication. And I've actually asked for volunteers, and April was kind enough to volunteer for me. And we're going to give you an example of what we're doing. And April, thank you so much for volunteering yesterday and doing this for me and having it recorded. I really appreciate it.
Hi, Laura.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. And I want to say thanks for volunteering. I was happy. I got a lot of volunteers.
Thanks for picking me. Thank you.
No problem. I'm tongue-tied today. Anyway, so we're going to go into giving them an example of the kind of reading this is. This is normally going to be about a 10-minute reading. But anyway, so right now I'm going to go into this and talk about your, and I don't want you to feed me, April. I want you to, you know, just validate if I ask you for validation, okay? Because I just want to have this a clean reading, and you just to let me know if I'm right or wrong, okay?
Okay.
Okay, perfect. All right. Well, I was looking at your chart, and I was looking at your 7th house of relationships, and I noticed that you have 7th house cusp Saturn, which could be a very hard placement, you know. 7th house Saturn can bring you somebody, it can delay marriage after 35, or if you're married before 35, a lot of times it can end up in divorce, because what Saturn is saying is, you know, this gets better at a mature age, and mature age is after 35, okay? So this would make, I don't know if you've been married before or not, but this would also bring into your life a partner who could be, you know, your 7th house, Aries, could bring you a partner who's maybe older than you, a very mature type of person. Also, anybody who, Aries rules military, and it also rules kind of bickering, you know, like little tiny fights and spats and things like this. Would you say this was accurate for yourself?
Yeah, a lot of what you just said was very, very accurate.
Okay.
Let me see. You talked about, well, my first marriage, I got married when I was 24.
Okay.
And it unfortunately didn't last. I got divorced.
Okay.
And then my second marriage was at 36.
Oh, wow, that's good then. 36 is a better age because Saturn, yeah.
And you mentioned the military. My first husband was in the military, so that is true. Yes.
Oh, wow. Wow. Okay. Awesome. Okay. And let me ask you this: was there an age difference with either of your first husband or your second husband? Is there an age difference? Because Saturn can either bring you mature partners who are just plain, you know, emotionally and psychologically mature, or it could bring you an actual older person where there's an age difference.
Yeah, wow. Yeah. My second husband is actually 13 years older than me, so that's true. Wow. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. Would you say that your first husband, even though he wasn't a lot older than you, was he very mature type of person?
Yeah, very responsible. He was in the military. Yeah, hardworking, responsible person, yes.
Well, Saturn does rule structure, so the person could be very structured, you know, like very...
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
He was.
Oh,
He is.
Oh, wow. All right. And, now that because you've mentioned that you are remarried, okay, and you're still with this present second husband now, right?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Yeah, we've actually been married 8 years.
Awesome. Okay. Well, because you mentioned that you've been married the second time, the second husband is seen as the ninth house, okay? And the ninth house for you is ruled by Gemini. And the ruler to this ninth house is Mercury, and that is found in your fifth house in Aquarius, okay? So this means that you could have met your second husband through, communications, doing something that you like. It could be through the internet. It could be maybe Mercury in Aquarius can also rule like travel, like long distance travel or something like this, or airplanes, something like that. Communication is really what are you wowing? Tell me.
No, I met my husband in a chat room, in an online chat room.
Oh, wow.
That's where we
Okay.
met. Yeah.
Wow.
That's
well,
true.
let me do. I forgot. I didn't do your first husband. So let me see if I got this right. So the ruler to your seventh house is. Now we got to kind of talk about Mars first. Mars in a woman's chart shows you the type of person you're attracted to. Okay. And so these type of partners you always will kind of be drawn to. And that is kind of like, because it's in Pisces, it's the creative type, it's the sensitive type, compassionate type, and Mars in the sixth house also can make you sort of have a soft heart for people who kind of have some sort of maybe an issue. And here's the thing, because the ruler to your seventh house is in your sixth house, this could be, you could meet your partner at work, your first marriage, or your any partner that you kind of come into your life could also either have kind of a disability. Would you say that's true?
Well, yeah, my second husband actually, yeah, he has a problem, a leg problem. Yes, he does.
Okay. Got you. Well, let me ask you this, because it's showing that the ruler to your seventh house, which would be seventh house represents first husband, and that's residing in your sixth house of work. Did you meet him at work?
Well, I met my first husband. My first husband I did meet at work. Yes, I did.
Oh, wow. Okay. Wow. And it's funny because you did say it was your first husband that's in the military, right?
Yes.
Wow, because this ruler to the seventh house would mean you meet him at work, and Mars also represents military.
Okay.
Action, energy, and Pisces. So let me ask you this. But Mars in general in a woman's chart shows you the type of partners you're always going to be attracted to. Now, this doesn't have anything to do with marriage or, your second marriage or anything. These are just the type of people you'd always be attracted to. And this is in Pisces, so this would be, you're kind of very compassionate. You like the compassionate, sensitive types. You kind of like the creative types. And you like the types who may I want to say maybe have a little something different about them. Meaning that, you feel you may have a soft heart for people who are, maybe have an issue like a disability. Would this be true to you, or?
Well, yeah, my husband has a disability, but I would say he's very compassionate and sensitive person. I would say that, yes.
Would you say that your ex was too?
Yeah, I mean, they're both pretty sensitive, compassionate people. Yeah, I would say
okay. So. Because, yeah, Mars in the sixth shows that you would always kind of be attracted to this type of person, Now, your Venus is the type of, it's kind of like how you flirt, okay? And Venus in Sagittarius, in your third house, shows that you like to be knowledgeable. You like to communicate and show that you're intelligent. And this is how you kind of entice someone. It's like show them that you're a smart cookie. Would you say that's true?
Well, I was just going for what my husband have told me, that that's one thing that they appreciated about me was that I was knowledgeable about stuff. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And let
I
me,
mean, yeah,
huh?
I'm telling you what they said, so it's not me saying it. But
No, I get you. No, it shows it right here. It says that this is how you would kind of show this about yourself, you know? And Venus also shows you in a man or woman's chart, okay? It can show you kind of how relationships may go for you, okay? So how love goes for you. So for you, Venus being in the third house, communication will always be important in all your relationships, okay? And I will say too, you may have long distance relationships. Were either of these relationships long distance at any time?
well, yeah, my first husband, yeah, he was in the military and he spent many years overseas and
Oh,
all
okay.
over the world. He was all over the world, yeah.
Well, let me ask you this too, because Venus in Sagittarius could also mean that you may always draw into your life partners who are foreign, who are maybe of another culture. So I have to ask you, were either of your uh, partners of another
Yeah,
culture?
my first husband was of a different culture. That's true, yeah. Wow. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Alrighty. Well, yeah. Let's see. I'm trying to look. Oh, and I wanted to touch on your North Node because I do see
Oh,
that you have.
and wait, I have to add that,
Uh-huh.
even though my first husband was a different culture, my second husband was born in another country. I don't know if is
Oh,
that the
yes.
same thing?
Yes, because here's the thing. Sagittarius rules foreign lands, foreign people, and long-distance travel. So this would be
Oh,
somebody
okay.
who is probably, from somewhere long distance from where you're from.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So
Okay.
either or, that would both apply. I would say yes. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I was
Yeah.
also looking at your North Node, and your North Node is in Aries in the 7th house. So you're meant to have a relationship in this life. You're meant, in a past life, it shows that your relationships, you could have been learning about yourself through relationships, okay? Because your South Node would have been in Libra in your first house. So you would have been learning about yourself through relationships, but you could have put other people first all the time, you know, because
Mm.
you were learning about who you are through relationships. Now, this life, you know who you are, but it's time to sort of become assertive within your relationships. Stand up for yourself and become
Mm.
independent of those relationships. So in this life, it's not like you're going to have the feeling where you don't really feel like you need to be in a relationship. But when you're in one, you will be more assertive and stand up because your 7th house cusp is also ruled by Aries, which your North Node is in.
Mm-hmm.
So this tells me there could be squabbles in relationships for you, but you're going to be more assertive in this life, or you're working toward it. Would you say this is true?
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, a lot of the arguments that I have with my husband are about me asserting myself. So yeah, I would say it is true. Yeah.
Wow. So you're living out your chart, and just so you know, you're meant to be assertive, and you're meant to be independent in a relationship, and you're meant to stand up for yourself because your North Node in that 7th house is what you're working towards. So you are living your chart. But I have to
Mm.
say, judging by this chart, I feel this marriage that you're in will probably be your final marriage, and it'll probably be a lasting marriage, so that's good.
Mm,
And,
okay.
even though you have these little, like, spats here and there, I think it's kind of like, this would show that your partner would kind of have Aries energy. So this person may, it's kind of like some of these arguments he may be challenging you in some way, or you may be challenging him, but it's not in always a bad way. It could be a playful way too.
Yeah. Well, that sounds true. I mean, we kind of both are very stubborn and want our opinions heard, and so
Yeah,
yeah, that sounds that sounds like our relationship. Yeah.
yeah. Well, this kind of concludes our session. But did you like the session? Just out of curiosity, I just wanted
Oh
to.
no, yeah. Thank you for picking me, and yeah, a lot of what you said really was true. It really it
Wow. Well,
described my relationship. Yes.
I'm really
Thank you.
glad. And no, you're welcome. And thank you for volunteering on such short notice yesterday. Thank you so much. And keep me posted, and I will talk to you again. And I'm going to post this on the website so you'll see it, okay?
Okay, thank you, Laura. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.